where creativity meets innovation. Welcome to Abu-Zulaikha Tech, where patience inspires innovation and creativity shapes the future.
Hi there, glad to have you here, and you're welcome to today's class. In our today's episode, we are going to be looking into one of the tools that we normally use in what do you call it, the Google Flow. So it has a lot of tools. So before we start, we are still going to start from the new project. Make sure before you do anything, always create a new project. So now the new project has been opened. As you can see, the display is still the same with that of your mobile phone. Okay, if you can remember, I make it as a desktop site from your Google Chrome. So you can see the display is the same, even though this one is a 16:9 ratio landscape mode. So but you can see the same thing what you are seeing. If you want to upload a file, that is from where you go. Then if you want any other settings, then you also go there with the rest of the function. Then there is your instruction box, where the agent is, so you can expand the screen to the right hand side, as you can see down here. So now to get to our tools, we are now going to click on tools. So now we are at the tools, then you just press there. So make sure your internet is on. Then once you press there, you can just press on the template. So as you can see, we have my tool, community, and others, but just press on your template. So and you may even decide to create your own tool. Okay, so now let's scroll on and scroll down and see what tools that we have. So you can see the first one in the list: simple sketch, scene explorer, mockup for those who do mockup, image editor, and shot explorer. We have masks, magic, and other ones. Okay, though we are looking for Storyboard Studio. So you can see different ones. So it has a lot. So if you subscribe to this, you are going to get a lot. So you can see it there. You can see we have different tools. So we have a character X-ray, we have style writer, then this is the Storyboard Studio, and that is what we are going to look on today. So let's just go up, then we just open the other one. So you can see other ones share. So it's all depend on what you want to do, then you can get it on your Google Flow. So let's now open Storyboard. So it has several sections. So, and I want to note that this video is going to be a bit long, so be patient with me. I know at the end of the video you are going to enjoy it, and I'd advise you to make sure you watch it from the beginning to the end. Don't miss any step, because I have a reason for that. Until you start your own project, that is then you will understand. So this is a welcome dialogue. So you have different style for the storyboard. So you press on there, you can see we have you can create your own style. Then we have 3D animation. If you want to do charcoal, then the clay motion, then we have the concept sketch, then we have the realistic. But we are going to leave it by default. Then we are going to see that now. So we are now going to press on the get started. Okay, so let's now press there. So this is where we have the storyboard, as you can see here. One thing I want you to notice is that at the agents box, that is where you are going to post your prompt. You may decide to just ask ChatGPT or any other source for your script to be based on the story that you want to create. Then you can just copy it there and just find your script on there and just paste it here. So but we are going to be using this one directly. So I'm just asking him to create an advert for Abu-Zulaikha Studio, Abu-Zulaikha Tech. Okay, so let's see what he will do. I'll just give him an assignment on his own. So, and here the Storyboard Studio, we generate the scripts for you for the movie that you want to create. Then after that, you have the script, that is the script for each scene. So you are going to have a script for each scene. So then after that, there is assets. It means the images. There are images that will be generated. So you can see here we have Abu-Zulaikha Tech. That is the title, Beyond Boundaries. So the International Architectural Studio Day, that is scene 1. Okay, there is scene 2, that is the Rural Village Day, that is scene 2. So you can see the script there. Then we have the International Data this, and then other ones. So that is scene 1 to 5. Okay, that is scene 1 to 5 that we've created. Then you can see what it has done for us. So that is AI. Yeah, you decide to just edit anywhere. Okay, then the next thing now is for us to check on the asset. So the image for the story that we want to create, that is where you are going to see it. So you can see we have character. So you are going to press on autofill, character, and then location. Then you press on autofill the props. So that is all what it creates for you. Just be sitting there looking at it. So it will imagine everything. So, and it will bring a real life video. So you have to wait until it finishes generating all the images. Then after that, we are now going to, once everything has been done, we are now going to storyboard. So you can see the next asset there. After asset, we have number 3, that is storyboard. That is where we are going to see all the scene in the, that is how it will go on. So here they are just creating the location and then the character, that is those people that we are going to represent the scripts that we've done recently. Okay, let's wait for it. So as you can now see, everything has been generated. So we have the 3 character, we have Zara, we have the Tabo, we have the Elara, or what is that? Okay, if you decide, you can decide to change the names, then you edit it on the script. Then these are the locations. Okay, that is where everything is going to take place. Then these are some of the props, right? So you can see everything with its name. Okay, there are system generating, like yeah, we are 13, right? Okay, I think it is done now. So you can see the rest. We have drones, we have the robots, and the metallic discs. So now then what we need to do now next, you can see the scripts. So I will copy it so that once we've started generating with the video, I don't need to come back here again. But you may decide to open it in different tabs. Okay, I think that is what we are going to do. It will look better. So now we are at the storyboard. This is how the story will goes on. So you can see scene 1 is the International Architectural Studio. Then you are going to autofill everything. Okay, you autofill everything, then you wait for it until it generates the images. So we have 0 of 18, right? Okay, we are going to wait. So you can see it has divided the story into different scenes. That is scene 1, 2, 5. Okay, and it is already script. So you can see it has generated image for the first scene. So starting from where Zara sits in the studio, okay, then the other scene tool are already generated. We have the scene 2, so you can see that is how the story is going to take place, starting from the number 1, then 2 up to, then we have the data command center, then the next scene, that is the robot, right, that is remote precision surgery, so you can see it there. Then the final scene, that is scene 5, so you can see. So then before that, since we are now done, make sure you don't press on done, make sure you press on the 3 dots, then you save the story. So you save the story, so in case you have any issue, you can just import it. I'm going to show you from where you are going to save it. The same place where you press to save it, that is from where you are going to open it. So the next thing now we are going to do is to create our character from the project. Okay, so we are going to give them a voice. All the 3 characters that we have to assign a voice to them, so that we are not going to be hearing a male speaking like a woman. I hope you understand. So now we are going to create press on add from project. Then as you can see, we have the recent project that we've just created, that is for the scene. Then we add this lady, that is Zara. So if I can remember the name, so you can just rewrite the name there. Okay, Zahara. Then we choose a voice for her, then you listen to it. Okay, that is all. Then after that, just press on done. Then we create another character. So although I'm deleting this one because I made mistake, so then we add project, that is you add a character from a project. So that is the reason why I asked you to create a new project. So this is the second guy. I think it's what is the name? I forgot. Okay, just giving a female male.
Hi there. We're introducing a new. Hi there. We're introducing a new feature. Hi there.
Okay, if this one is okay, then we go by that. Forget his name. Oh, that won't be a problem. You can correct it later. Then you just write any name. The boy. So then we press on done. Then the last character, that is the female, then we add from project again. Then we look for where she is. Where is she? Where is she? Okay, there it is. Okay, we now have her. Then we now give her a female voice. So you can even create your own character. You just press on the character tab, then you can use your own picture as a character.
Hi there. We're in.
Okay, that is it. Then we press on done. So the next thing now is for us to now start creating the scene. So we now use our script for all scene. So, and that is going to come on our next episode, because I can see this video is getting longer. So this one has already been created, so I don't need to recreate it. It was the network. So in our next episode, we are now going to see how you are going to add all these ingredients. So we call it as ingredients here, not for soup. Okay, so these are all the images. They are all meant for a purpose. So we are going to be adding it inside the prompt box. So you are going to see it as ingredient. All right, so you can see it has divided all the images, so we have to combine it so that then we paste our own prompt that we make it as a movie. Okay, so as you can see, we have her standing, then and the other guy. Okay, so then this is the final episode. Okay, in our next episode, we are going to see how we are going to succeed. Take care.
Welcome to Abu-Zulaikha Tech, where patience inspires innovation and creativity shapes the future.